Welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about the four horsemen of your relationship. John Gottman is a relationship expert who has studied the science of relationship problems, and he has identified these four communication patterns that can predict the success or the end times of your relationship. I'm Amy Keller, your intimacy coach, and I'm here with solutions for all those four horsemen. I'm certified in Gottman, but more importantly, not everything can just be talked about, especially when it comes to intimacy and relationships. Make sense? Let's go. I'll tell you about my clients and how we shift it. The first horseman is criticism. So for my couple, Kevin and Jackie, this is when Jackie says, "Oh, Kevin, you never remember to take out the trash. You're selfish, you're lazy, and even when you do, you don't put a bag in the trash can." Anybody who hears that is going to hear that as criticism, complaints. They're going to feel defensive. The formula, the solution, the cure for that is to learn a formula, a ritual for communication that allows you to take it from criticism to feedback. So Jackie learned to put a palm on her chest and to say, "Hey, Kevin," because that cues his ear to be able to hear her. This is a visual cue that reminds him we're on our team together, and so that he can hear her. And then she says, "Thank you. The best part," which means something next is going to come. "Thank you. The best part is you took the trash out." And then give that criticism, give that feedback, give that extra piece that you need. "Hey, could you also please," formula, having these little, "Hey, thank you, the best part." I'm telling you, works. Oh, I'd also tell Jackie that if she were to add the phrase, "For me, can you put a bag in for me?" that would really help, because Kevin, like many men, responds to serving her. Doing something for her makes him feel like he's getting brownie points. The second horseman, that's contempt. That's when Jackie rolls her eyes, and pulls the bag out of his hands and says, "You're going to do it wrong. I have to do everything myself." The shift for the response to that is respect. That's an act of disrespect. And again, it can often just be a habit. The cure for that is respect, acceptance. I want you to accept that you are two completely different people, that you have different points of view, that what's important to Jackie is not going to be what's important to Kevin. And Kevin, it may not be important to Kevin, but know that it's important to Jackie. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe Jackie has to go, "Oh, well, the bag doesn't have to be perfect." And he might have to go, "Oh, we tuck this part in here so it doesn't spill." Whatever it is, if there's more, then share it. The important part is to be able to respect each other. When you have an intimacy game plan, you are becoming aware of the undertones, because we're using these subtle cues. So you become aware of the subtle cues. Now, when it comes to communication, 97% of our communication is unspoken, nonverbal cues. So we're learning those and focusing on that. The third horseman, that's defensiveness. That's Kevin going, "It's not my fault. You didn't remind me. Why should I bother? No matter what I do, it's going to be wrong anyways." Right? The shift, the opposite of defensiveness, is being open to receive. Defensiveness and competition are human nature. It's part of the power struggle. The power struggle is going to happen whenever two people or more come together to do anything, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're part of a sports team, whether you're part of a team in your work. That power struggle is human nature. That's why athletes who join a team, they are committing to having a practice. Through that practice is how they learn to drop their defensiveness, drop their competition, and remember that they're on the same side. And just like an athlete, just like a sports team, everything starts with a huddle. That sound, that's a huddle. Putting your palm on your chest and making that huddle sound, that's a huddle. These sounds are the foundation of communication. It's actually called a vocable, the foundation of vocabulary. And this is how your team and your relationship, this is how you relate. This says, "I'm open. Even if you're going, you're still sending a signal, which means the wires are open, but the answer is no. Having an intimacy game plan as a couple, or even for yourself, is how you get through that power struggle so that you remember that you're on the same side. I call it the love you man phase, because just like that sports team, whether they've won the game or even if they've lost the game or had a bad play, they're still like, love you, man, right? And that takes practice. The fourth of the four horsemen is stonewalling. This is when Kevin just shuts down. He says nothing. He's avoiding her. He leaves without even addressing the issue. And Jackie feels ignored. She feels invalidated. But words are dangerous, especially for Kevin. He feels like no matter what he says is going to be held against him in the court of law. Do you know that feeling? Like no matter what he says, she's going to throw it back in her face. And no matter what she says, it's not going to be nice. It's not going to be words of connection. The shift, the opposite for stonewalling, just like defensiveness, is open, but not necessarily open to receive, just open to communicate, open to stay in connection even when we disagree. Because the disconnection is what hurts. It's what hurts you in the long term. It's what hurts our relationships in the long term. I have a lot of research in my book, The Huddle, that talks about the medical issues that come from disconnection, the brain issues, the nervous system issues, the heart issues that actually come from criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling. These are habits, and these habits can be changed. If you find yourself or your partner doing these habits, which are just habits, if you don't know what to say and you don't know what to do, put a palm on your chest and huddle. Whatever hot sound comes out, it's okay. It can't hurt. It's better than words. It actually will help the situation because you're staying connected to yourself and you're sending a signal, I am connected, but no words are going to do. Does that make sense? Now, you've got the tools to shift from the four horsemen to actual connection. And you've got the game plan to get to the love you man phase. So drop me a comment. I would love to hear what is your biggest takeaway. Or please leave me a heart in your favorite color because I'm Amy Keller, your favorite intimacy coach. And just like you don't have to figure out how to play football without a coach, you don't have to figure out how to navigate intimacy, sex, relationships, communication without help. I'm here. You're not alone. You'll find a link in the description that'll take you to my downloads or to a link where you can talk to me, because having a coach and an intimacy game plan is how winning teams win, right? So like this video, subscribe to my channel, stay connected to yourself, each other, and me, and I'll see you soon. Sound good?